Hi there. I am Jennifer Sneeden, and welcome to the Spiritual Psychotherapy Podcast. I am absolutely delighted to be bringing this podcast to you. Podcasting has been near and dear to my heart for many years, and I've never talked about this particular topic before, the topic of spiritual psychotherapy, which I've been practicing and evolving for many years. And I'm realizing that it's such an important topic that I want to make its foundation available to not only the therapists, the clinicians that are interested in integrating spirituality into psychotherapy, but also to the people who are interested in getting more from therapy. When I was in graduate school, probably 25 years ago, we were taught that there is no place for religion or spirituality or God in psychotherapy. And it was sort of trained out of us, right? We were working with the mind, we were serious clinicians, and we weren't supposed to talk about God or spirituality. And I really never questioned that at the time. And I practiced for probably 10 years using very traditional approaches to psychotherapy. I treated anxiety, I still do. I used hypnosis. And I started to see that even hypnosis was tapping into this higher part of my clients. And then I started doing more like awake hypnosis, sort of visualization. And I started to realize that even visualization was allowing my clients to tap into this higher part of themselves. And I started really having fun with it. In fact, I was becoming so passionate about this that I felt as though therapy really wasn't the place for me anymore. So I moved into a coaching realm where I was giving myself permission to integrate these spiritual permissions. Because at the time, I believed that there was no place for me to introduce spirituality in the conversation of psychotherapy. So I felt as though I had to leave the field I loved completely in order to bring the spirituality conversation into play there. And what I've come to realize in the last 2 years, I sort of did a reset on my life. And I'm going to share more about that in a future episode. Some of you that have followed me for a lot of years know that I've been really out of sight for the last 2 years. So we're going to talk about that in an upcoming episode. But what I've been realizing over those past 2 years is that my call to teach these spiritual principles that are life changing to clients, life changing to all of us, it's calling me back to the world of psychotherapy where I started, but I'm coming back at psychotherapy with a whole new approach that I cannot wait to share with you. I've been using this now for a couple of years with different coaching clients and now integrating it with more of the therapy type of clients and getting absolutely amazing results. So in this podcast, I want to share some success stories that I've had. I want to share my journey. I want to talk about how I integrate these principles of spirituality into the work that I do as a psychotherapist. And we are going to have so much fun together. I've got some episodes just bubbling out of me that I cannot wait to share. But today, what I wanted to do in this first episode is sort of ground what we're talking about a little bit. What in the world do I even mean by spiritual psychotherapy? Because I know some negative connotations out there. And the negative connotation that a lot of clients have is that the therapist is going to be shoving God down your throat. Or the negative connotation that clients also have is that, you're going to be holding crystals and chanting, and your therapist is going to be dressed in long purple flowing robes. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I want you to consider is that spiritual psychotherapy really is about helping the client tap into that deeper self, that perfect, you can call it a soul, you can call it an inner being, you can call it the divine light, whatever you want to call it, that part of you that is untouched by the trauma and drama and stress of the world and is just full of light and love and is the deepest, most profound part of ourselves. I truly have come to believe that in order for psychotherapy to really be as effective as it can possibly be, we've got to connect clients in with their spiritual side. When clients come to us for therapy, they're in a really miserable state most of the time. Panic attacks, depression, addiction, infidelity in a relationship, right? There's all of these really severe problems. And as therapists, we're really good at helping people move past those problems. But I don't think that takes it far enough. I think where we need to take it is not just fixing problems, because problems are going to occur next week, next month, next year. We know that. I think where we take it is helping people tap into their own resourcefulness, that beautiful, higher, best part of themselves, so that they're not fighting against one problem after another problem after another problem. And therapists, you know this, clients, you know this too. Sometimes it feels like we're playing whack-a-mole, right? Well, I fixed this and now this problem cropped up, and I fixed that and now this problem cropped up. That's no way to live life. And I think where traditional psychotherapy falls short is giving clients the tools to elevate themselves beyond that in a really beautiful, profound way, which is what makes me so passionate about melding these two together. If you follow the Course in Miracles at all, there's a saying in the Course of Miracles that says, at their very best, spirituality and psychotherapy are the same. And I firmly believe that. And I believe as therapists, we have a unique set of skills and training and tools and expertise to help our clients tap into their own spirituality in a way that a traditional coach or even a minister might not be able to. I think as psychotherapists, we are called to invite people to make that connection to their spirituality so that they don't have to live such a problem-ridden life. So I'm really, really excited about this. And let me just talk a little bit about what I believe about spirituality, and I'll talk about what I believe about psychotherapy as well, because I think that will help ground you for future episodes to make sure you're in the right place, that these are things that resonate for you as well. So as I've always already mentioned, I do believe that we are spiritual beings inside of our physical bodies. I don't believe the physical body is all there is to us. I believe the physical body is a manifestation that allows us to experience the beauty and the magnificence of life on earth. However, it's very easy to lose that if we had a rough childhood, if we don't really see ourselves as worthy, we get bogged down by all this stuff and we lose sight of that infinite intelligence that makes up our inner being, our higher self. And but it's never gone away. It's never damaged. It's never erased. Even in bipolar or dissociative identity disorder, I don't think that soul, that beautiful inner being, can be damaged. But we need to learn how to express more of that in our lives. I started to play around with this when I was first introducing spirituality into my work as a psychotherapist, and I would talk to clients about happiness. And what I came to discover is that not only were my clients not happy, they didn't even believe that happiness was possible for them. And it was a real big wake up call for me. And I'm actually going to talk more about that in our next episode, because that's a really important topic for you as psychotherapists to understand when you're introducing spiritual topics, and for you as potential clients to understand when you're wondering what to expect out of therapy. So I do believe that happiness is absolutely possible. It is absolutely within our reach. There's no question about that. And what psychotherapy does is it teaches people the tools to get to that place where they can see happiness as a possibility and maybe even reach happiness. How cool is that as a therapist, right? We're so used to just getting them out of the negative that we're not usually equipped through our training to move them into these positive emotions. And that's where the spirituality aspect comes in. But you can't cram this down somebody's throat. You need to guide them through these realizations. And of all the professions in the world, who is the best equipped to guide people to reach their own realizations? Psychotherapists. That's what we're doing here. And I'm so excited that you are here on this journey with me. And I am going to put some new episodes up very soon because I cannot wait to get this information out in a way that is going to help and serve people. So until the next episode, keep doing the work that you do with your clients, keep reaching for better feeling places, and we're going to have some fun together. Take care, guys.